the hardest Bedrock prison on Minecraft. Is this fact a cap? Today, I'll be trying out a map created by Explosive Packs, available to download on Planet Minecraft. This is gonna be the start of my new YouTube series, where I'll be trying out the hardest Minecraft maps that I can find online. So let's just get straight into the first map. This was a project made by a creator in order to challenge different Minecraft players and YouTubers to beat. I'll be honest and say that I didn't expect much of it when I started, and as I got to the first challenge, I was pretty confident that I would break out of this prison in absolutely no time. By the looks of it, this room was entirely made out of bedrock, and at first I couldn't figure out what I was looking for. It didn't take me long to notice a hopper, and luckily I reached out within a few times. Now I've seen a lot of YouTubers trying to escape different Minecraft prisons, so I immediately knew what to do. I started by crafting a crafting table and making a boat to get myself into the room. I was now in the room, and all I had to do was pick up my boat and put it on the wall so I could get out on the other side. And by that, I was out of the first challenge. I have a boat, there's some lava, dream speedrun, and we are now on the other side. As I noticed, there was almost a 20 block fall under the ice and nothing to land it in. It hit me that I had to melt the ice and swim down to the next level. I crafted some slabs and begged that they would set on fire enough for the heat to melt the ice. I have sped this up a lot because I waited like 4 or 5 minutes for it to finally catch on fire and the ice to finally melt. But it worked, and in the end I did get to the next level and it melted and it got to what became water, so it was all perfect and we got to the next level. I picked up the slabs and the last block I had left and went down to see what the next challenge was. A sign told me that I wasn't allowed to use water, and I could see a lot of lanterns, but the main rules of this challenge was that I wasn't allowed to use any signs or lanterns, or at least break them. So I started out picking a slab and I fell through the ice and immediately broke it. There I found a hopper, and inside the hopper I found a shovel. Immediately I used the shovel to get all of the snow and see if there's something else underneath that. As I finished shoveling, I looked around the room to see where the exit was and where I had to go up. I found a little hole which was more than 30 blocks above where I was standing, so I decided not to look more into that and collecting all my slime balls. You'll here see me make a mistake and finding a bug at the same time. As I was trying to collect the slime ball on the ceiling, as I clicked on it, the slime ball actually fell on top of the ceiling on the other side, so I didn't get that, and you'll later on in the video see me giving it to myself by cheating a bit because I realized I actually needed all 8 slime balls. As I had collected all the slime balls, I looked into the furnace and I could see that there was 1 melted iron and 2 unmelted ones. So I put in some planks to melt the last iron and picked up the slabs that I had left there before. As well, I picked up the last slime ball, and now I had in total 7 slime balls, or 8 with the one that was on top of the ceiling that you'll later see me giving to myself. I checked once again how much I probably needed to get up, and here you see me giving the last slime ball to myself. Disclaimer, I am not really cheating. I did go into another server to check if the slime ball really had gone above the ceiling, and if it was left there, I made put extra up there to see if all of them did that, and realized that when you put a frame and a slime ball up on the ceiling, all of them genuinely goes on top of it. So I just gave the last slime ball to myself and now had 8 of them. The next few seconds you will see me zooming around trying to melt the rest of the iron, and for some reason it didn't hit me that I needed 9 slimes to make a slime block, so I got a bit disappointed there and couldn't really figure out what I had to do. So out of the snowballs I crafted 20 snow blocks and tried to put one of them in the bucket, which didn't work either. So I zoomed out a bit. I went up again to see if there was something in the next furnace or if I could take something else. I zoomed out around a bit, broke the furnace, hoping there was something under. There's nothing else I could do, and that's when it kind of hit me that, oh, I could just build up, because I think 19 would be actually enough for me to reach the top. And genuinely here I was just hoping I would have been fucked if there wasn't enough, but very, very luckily I started building up. After jumping a bit, I started building up from a crafting table, and that filled in the place of the block that I accidentally broke before while trying to get it into a bucket. Thankfully there was exactly enough, and I got actually to the top. Again, I was in a bit of a fucking challenge to figure out what the heck I had to do. There was not much in this room, and as I could see, there was absolutely nothing I could get or get help from, no items. I found a door on the other side, so I realized I obviously had to go over there. There wasn't enough place to, if I jumped down and built up, I wouldn't be able to reach the other side. So I was a bit fucked, and I kind of stood there trying to figure out what the heck I had to do. Again, I tried picking the snow up in the bucket, which didn't work either. I kind of noticed that there was a frame and there was one block. The block was not something I could see how I could use. I tried using it to get up again. That didn't do much, and I was now one block less because I had broken the snow block. There was nothing else to see, and I wasn't actually sure at all what I had to do. So I stood and jumped for a bit, hoping I could do something. Nothing really worked, and I couldn't figure out where to go next, to be honest. I tried checking if there was something else I had missed or anything I might have not noticed, but I just couldn't figure out where to go or what to do actually. Already here I could tell that this was no easy challenge, but I really wanted to continue, so I jumped a bit, and I really actually did try to figure out what to do. As I had absolutely no other options left, I decided to do a little bit of cheating, and I went into creative mode. I flew on the other side and went back into survival mode. Here I realized that I had a very long drop down. So with the bucket I probably had to get the water from before, which I didn't do either. So a bit more cheating, and I gave myself a bucket of water as well. With a little bit of cheating, it was obviously a bit easier. I placed the water and I got down to the next challenge, which at first seemed pretty easy to me. There was a hopper. In the hopper there was a moss block, which I couldn't figure out what I had to use for, and some bone meal. I decided to break the stone block and see if that did anything. That did absolutely nothing, so I didn't know where to go from there. I tried placing the moss block and using some bone meal, which did absolutely nothing as well. With a little bit more of cheating, which I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to do right there, I placed some water and good up, took the water, and I tried jumping over the lava and fell straight into the lava. That's where I gave up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I thought this would be a lot easier than I expected, but it wasn't. Those I've tried before were not as good as this, and this was actually hard. Maybe that's just me. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, so if you guys want to go check it out, you definitely should, and I hope you really enjoyed watching this. I am gonna make this a series where I'll be trying out the hardest types of maps and seeing if I can beat them. If you enjoyed this, I hope you would like to leave a like and maybe a follow, and I hope to see you soon again. Love you guys, bye!